Hello, welcome all to my favorite topic, all time favorite, reading aloud to your child. So, if you see this picture, the mother is reading, the child is like closed eyes and relaxing and enjoying it, right? The mother's reading. So, it's all bonding time. So, what are the benefits of reading aloud? Let's see one by one. So, first is developing listening skills. How does that happen? When you're reading aloud to your child, the child is listening to the words you are reading, and this when you do it daily again and again, like on daily basis before bedtime, you decide a time to read to your child on the bed also. So what happens is your child slowly starts listening more to you, okay, in other times as well. And this listening skill will also get applied in school. Okay, so let's move to the next point, which is developing comprehension skills. So I know many parents complaining about the child is not able to comprehend the passage given in school, the story given in their academic stuff. Okay, so again, this is again very important that when you read aloud to the child is coming into that habit of listening, understanding, and slowly the comprehension will also improve. Now we'll see some more benefits of reading aloud in short. So it builds language skills. So you know how by listening children develop language, more vocabulary. So that is how it helps in language skills. Then it helps improve focus and attention. So the child has to sit and listen to enjoy the book. So just think of how much focus is needed to listen as well, right? So the attention and focus is automatically improving. Then it improves social skills. How social skills is that lot of opportunities come in these stories which show a lot of social situations, okay, and you're explaining those situations, you're doing social story as well. So it helps in social skills without doubt. It boosts imagination. When you are reading to the child is thinking how it will look in their mind. They will imagine things, and there will be pictures to support their imagination as well. Because in the starting, it is difficult to imagine. Pictures will help them imagine more, and in future, you will see without pictures as well, they are able to imagine naturally. So now next will be like it supports learning and literacy. As I told you before, the comprehension skills, remember the academic stuffs were also getting covered in reading aloud, because when we are reading aloud, the child will also develop reading skills. Very indirectly, you'll come to know when you do it on daily basis before sleeping. You both are on the bed, lying and reading to the child, then you will see the difference in them. Okay, so now then reduces anxiety. So what happens is the child feels very safe with the mother or the father who is reading to the child. The child feels like, wow, okay, my mother is not going to judge me, not going to ask me questions, not going to give me instructions. She's just sitting with me to read to me. So that is so beautiful, right? So now how to read aloud to a child, that is very important, right? If we don't know how to read, then we can make a lot of mistakes. So what we do is first we start with reading slowly and calmly to the child. Okay, and then we give choices. We ask them which book you want to read, like that, you will give choices. You will use visual stories, not stories which don't have visuals, because they need support in the starting to understand what you're reading. Please choose very simple books. Start with very simple books, one sentence in one page only. Okay, before that, you do lot of vocabulary using flashcards, but afterwards, when you start stories, please start with one page, one line, not more than that. Okay, so next page will have another line like that. Okay, so and follow their interest. This is again very, very, very important. So how it is that if the child is interested in vehicles, you go to the shop and you search books which have vehicles in it, or the child is interested in animals, then you choose which animal the child is more interested. You can choose those books and start. Okay, so that is again very, very important. So now we will see the big mistakes we make while reading to the child. Very important point again, because this will avoid pushing them to anxiety level. Okay, so reading too fast, so we have to be very, very slow. And I suggest that even if the child is asking to repeat the same book, it's totally okay. It means that they want to bond with you. If they are not able to move to another book, it's completely okay. Please continue with the same book. Once the bonding is stronger, they will switch to other books as well. So trust them. Okay, trust your child. Second, so pushing through uncomfortable moments. So that is what, choosing a book which is not their level. Okay, that is also pushing them. Okay, so the all these uncomfortable moments you have to avoid. So then, phones or devices, so what I suggest is keep it inside the cupboard. That is what I do actually, so I'm suggesting you that. But keep it somewhere else so that you don't get disturbed in the middle when you are reading to the child. Okay, so, and then asking lot of questions. I always keep repeating this in my training as well with parents, that please don't ask questions. I have an idea for this. What you do is keep two separate times, one for bonding time, one for comprehension time. So, when you want to ask WH questions, what you do is you do it during your study time. When you are doing comprehension levels with them, passages and all, you do it during that time. Okay, study time. But this is purely bonding with the child. When the child is like relaxed, you are relaxed, and you are not going to ask any question at that time. Okay, it is just to create that interest in them, and creating that bonding with them, and love for book. Okay, this is for developing that. Okay, love for book. Like again, I'm repeating that sentence so that it you remember it. This is to develop love for book. So, and the lack of patience, yes, we have to be very patient, and I know all our parents are have lot of patience. But the problem comes is that 2 3 days we do it and then we forget, or something else comes up. So I want you to be like more than patience. I would want to say that please be consistent with this habit, reading it daily before going to bed. And trust me, you'll come back after some years and you will be thankful that thank you for this idea. This is what has happened with me. Many parents have thanked me for this idea. So I am telling you that with confidence, that it will really, really help you all. One more point is like ignoring child's interest. This is very important. What happens is you have this whole plan of having bonding time, you're relaxing, you're reading a book, and the child is not at all interested. They want to talk about something else. So, what I do is, at this situation, I would suggest that you please listen to the child, what the child wants to do. Okay, if are they interested in something else. For example, here there is a picture where mother is reading with lot of interest, and the child is talking about dinosaurs. Okay, so what we do is we switch to the topic they are interested in. Maybe we can try to bring a book related to their interest, right? So the idea is all bonding, right? Bonding means enjoying the time with the child. If the child is not enjoying, then what is the whole meaning of doing this activity, right? So please try this out, and do let me know how the feedback was for this idea. Okay, reading aloud. Maybe you all are doing it already. Maybe many people know how to do it, but what happens is that consistency is lacking in many of us. So what I would suggest is, please make it a habit, like daily start with only 5 minutes daily. The way I'm doing all the projects, I start with 5 minutes projects. So the same way, please do this reading aloud project also, like 5 minutes daily. Before sleeping, you will read a book to the child. Okay, try to join a library. You will get a lot of options then. to read to the child different kind of books, and the topic which they are interested in you will be able to buy. Okay, thank you, bye.